7:35 p.m. Wednesday, December 17th.
Councilwoman Selby,
Present.
Councilman Cardini,
Present.
Supervisor Keating,
Present.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Present.
Councilman Martin.
Not present.
Thank you. And Councilman Cardini and Councilwoman Lukacek, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we do not have any other preliminary matters tonight, so we'll move right on to our regular business. The first item on our regular business is the correction and adoption of the minutes from December 3rd, 2025. I would like to make a motion to, we're going to table those minutes, and the reason being is that we had board members that were not here, so we're going to table those until, to the January, our first reorganizational meeting. So motion is on the table to table.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 2 is for regular business, is the consideration of all fund bills, and Councilwoman Lukacek, would you like to take that from that?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. After reviewing the fund bills downstairs, I make a motion to approve the total payables for $175,757.54.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, that is it for our regular business. Moving on to correspondence, under item 3, we have 5 items, all part of the board packet in the town clerk's office for review, and they are as follows. Item 1 is the town clerk's report for November of 2025. Item 2 is the dog control officer report for November of 2025. Item 3 is the code enforcement officer report for November of 2025. Item 4 is a Boston Volunteer Fire Company Form 990 for 2024, which is part of the contractual obligation. Item 5 is a application for use of meeting facility from the Boston Democratic Social Club for their meetings for 2026. And again, all those are part of the board packet and in the town clerk's office for review. Moving on to item number 4, our new business. First item, as always, is request from the floor. If anyone would like to come up to the microphone and discuss any business of the town, please state your name and address and keep it to 3 minutes each, please. Floor is now open.
I have a few things and something to read. My name is Richard Hawkins, 6892 Pin Oak Drive, Boston, New York. Has the board talked downstairs or any time about I've asked about a public hearing on rezoning some of our size of our lots for subdivisions?
I can say that. Yes, so, I will answer that in my report.
Okay, fine, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Okay, the next thing is, I was asked to read this, and I need Mr. Cardini, Ms. Sandy J. Jackson, if they could come up to the microphone. This has to do with blood drive, so,
Barb got it in the last meeting. Okay.
yeah, so if you just make it very simple, just come down here.
He's going to read us the riot act, Sandy.
You know Barb will let you.
There's an explanation in there.
Okay.
We know where you're headed.
Okay, this is a message from Barbara Moore, who's in charge of the Connect Life. I asked Rich to gather these people before the town board so that they can be recognized. Each person has played an important role in the success of the Connect Life blood drive in the town of Boston. It starts with the town board approving the facility and trickles down. This blood drive was on the brink of being canceled, and Rich became a driving force in promoting and encouraging people to show up. Jamie, our Connect Life, an accountant executive, has turned enthusiasm for our drive into art from accepting every crazy promotion and being grateful for all of our donations. Sandy keeps us on schedule and located. Jay, Mike have showed up for promotions and up front and behind the scenes. I'd also like to thank Dave Appa and the Patchen Fire Company for posting all the blood drives up on the sign. Saying thank you to all the friends that gathered here to a small, when we realize the 2025 Town Boston Blood Drive. The blood drive this year saved the lives of 1,059 people who might be your loved ones, your neighbors, or your friends. I want to thank you and the board, Jamie, Sandy, Mike, and Jay, and all the others for their donations and their help. Love and kisses, Barbara Moore. The thing to, I guess, given to the town, it says your blood drives this year helped save the lives of 1,059 local patients with the 353 units donated this year. And it's the most that's ever been donated in 1 year in the town of Boston. So this is the town boards, and I want to thank all of you for all your help and stuff in making the blood drives a success. Thank you.
You want to keep this, and we're going to frame it and put it up, I would imagine.
We should frame it and hang it in the community room.
Sure. Is my 3 minutes up yet?
I didn't count that.
It's getting close, yes. Well, the last meeting, which was a couple of weeks ago, I got up and wanted to thank Mr. Cartacini and Ms. Lukacek for the years of service that they've donated to this town. There's a lot more work that goes into this than people realize, and being on the liaisons and helping. The planning board will miss you immensely with your help and your work. And Mike, the fire companies will miss all the help that you do for the fire companies in the town and helping them however you can and stuff. And I personally wanted to thank you. I did it 2 weeks ago. You weren't here, so I wanted to make sure that I did it in person. Thank
You're
you
here.
for all your help.
Thanks for Go ahead.
Hi, my name's Dave McGill. I live at 7519 Crestwood Circle. I've lived there for 24 years. In those 24 years, in my taxes, I paid approximately $5,400 in highway tax. In those 24 years, I've gotten 0 service for highway. I maintain that road, the town owns that road. I plow the road, a tree falls down in a storm, I cut the tree up. Potholes in that road, I fix them. I mow the sides of the road, I trim the trees along the sides of the road. The road's 617 feet long. $5,400 and I get 0. If the town doesn't want to maintain the road, gladly turn it over to me. I've been doing it for 24 years. Not that hard to plow it, but I shouldn't be doing it with my own gas and equipment. It's only 617 feet long. It takes about 2 minutes to run a plow truck down there. All I'm asking is to get the same service everybody else does that pays a highway tax. Nothing more, nothing less. Please consider it.
Jay Jackson, Jay Jackson, 7964 Back Creek Road. There's for the holiday lighting, there was an update this evening, a FOIL request. I made a FOIL request to pick that up. It's nice to see that piece moving. The fundraising that started, actually it started during the summer. We're up to around $1,100. We put together a flyer, and President Hawkins is going to start distributing that to the businesses. Hopefully the businesses will be able to be a little bit more generous. Hopefully you've noticed, well, it's only been up for 1 day, so maybe you haven't. There is a large sign, permitted sign, down by the manger. The Lions Club has graciously allowed us to use their P.O. box for folks that want to send donations. P.O. Box 304, North Boston, New York, 14110. And we'll see how much of the final cost we're able to offset as a town. Social media, there's a lot of folks saying, oh, how come your taxes don't pay for it? Gee, why don't you take a look at what the budget is and make a more informed kind of response. But again, we'll see where it goes. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Doesn't look like anybody else is getting, I will give an update on the holiday lights, because that is something.
Good evening, Tom Nakata, 6476 Lebanon Drive. First Assistant Chief North Boston Volunteer Fire Company, Chief-elect for 2026. I just want to say thank you to Mrs. Lukacek and Mike Cartini for your time on the board. And especially I'd like to thank Mike for being liaison to the fire company. I want to reiterate what Mr. Hawkins said about the work you've done with us, and it's been very appreciative. And just to let the guys that are now newly elected to the board, there's big shoes to fill. Thank you very much.
Anyone else? All right.
I don't have too much.
All right, come on, Deputy Miller.
Just
Report time.
one request. Obviously, with the snow falling and the accidents, just get out to the residents. It's illegal to push snow into the roadway and leave snow in the roadway. In the vehicle traffic law, 1219. It's a common issue we've had with accidents, and obviously it hinders the highway department and us responding to calls, the ambulance, the fire trucks. I've come over some blind hills and people have had large clumps of snow on the road. I did speak with a few people and they understood and didn't do it again. Obviously I don't care about a little dusting, but these were like large clumps of snow. Trying to keep the roadways clear for the highway department. I've been contacted about a few things recently, nothing major, but just a friendly reminder is nice. A lot of people claim they don't know, and we're educating, so trying to do that, but obviously if it's a repeat offender, we'll go forward with facts. That's it.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right, anyone else? All right, we have a short agenda for our new business. We only have two more items. Second item tonight is resolution 2025-108 for generator service agreement. Nothing quite, you didn't have anything yet in the last meeting. Would you like to take that?
I'd be honored to take it, Supervisor Keating. I'd like to make a motion that we adopt resolution 2025-108, which authorizes a service agreement with Kingsley Power Systems for generator preventative maintenance and services in the amount of $1,075.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Salvino,
Yes.
Councilman Cartini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, last item, item 3, under new business, is an application for use of facility from the Boston Democratic Social Club for their Easter egg hunt next year. Councilwoman Sullivan, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. We have an application for use of facility for April 4th, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for the Easter egg hunt. Setup is 10 a.m. and they'll be taken down and out of here by 4 p.m. It's for the town fields, in the community room, and the bathroom facilities. I'd like to make a motion to approve this application for the facilities.
I'll second.
There was also a request to raise the $75 maintenance fee.
Okay, we'd like to, waive the request for the payment for $75.
I'll second.
And I thought Mike did already second it.
I'm seconding the
You're seconding the second?
Last meeting, she's providing a tertiary motion on the floor. There we go.
Councilwoman Selby.
New
Yes.
government here in a nutshell.
Councilman Carter Keating.
Yes.
Supervisor Keating.
Yes.
Councilman Lukacek.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Got a lot. All right, that is all we have for our new business. We have no old business reports and presentations. Highway Superintendent, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you. First, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Second, I'd like to thank Mike Cardini and Jennifer Lukacek for their service to the town. It's been nice working with you. And other than that, there's no parking on the streets from November to April in the winter time, especially at nighttime when we're plowing the streets. And I was gonna touch on pushing snow across the road, but Deputy Miller did a great job on that, so I don't have to bring that up. Other than that, I ain't gonna say a whole lot about the Dave McGill situation up there on the hill as far as it's one-lane dirt driveway. It goes up, there's no turnaround on the end for the trucks to turn around, so that means we'd have to back down 617 feet or whatever it is, onto Chestnut Ridge Road. We don't have two-man plow trucks like the town of Orchard Park does where Dave works. They have two-man trucks, so they could get out and look up and down the road because Chestnut Ridge Road, the trees aren't cut back. You can't back a truck out during the daytime when it's snowing with a one-man. It's a very dangerous situation. It's a one-lane driveway. The town has never plowed it, and unless it was brought up to town specs and a turnaround at the end, the highway department, they've talked about it in the past, because this was brought up years ago. They're not in favor of doing this at all with a one-man truck because it's a very dangerous situation. And that's all I have tonight, thank you.
Councilwoman Selby, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I can't believe it's 2020 when I started here, it was COVID, and I started with this same board. And it's been an honor the last 6 years working with you for some very great times, some challenging times. We haven't always seen eye to eye most of the time. We are on the same page. And I appreciate all the work and support from both of you. It's gonna be a different adventure, and I look forward to working with Bob and Max. So, thanks for all your help. And Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yes, please.
All right, skipping over my first. Councilwoman Lukacek, he put in a request first.
Okay. Believe it or not, I started with the planning board in 2010. Woo, right? I do not look that, I'm only in my 40s. So, 2 terms with the town board, and it has definitely, I've learned a lot. I've learned, and this is what I'm hoping that the new board members keep in their heads, that when you take your oath as a town board member, you are serving all of the residents, not, it doesn't matter their political affiliation, it doesn't matter their financial status, it doesn't matter who they are. You serve everybody and you learn to listen, to understand. Put yourself in their shoes so you can, I guess, try, right? So no is not necessarily an answer. It's no, but we can look into this, right? So I've learned an awful lot on being on the planning board, which got me introduced into the codes, what we have, what we don't have, and improving on them. So So, but the town board can't be a effective town board without its volunteers on the boards, the planning board, zoning, conservation advisory, and the town employees. So we are effective together, and that is the only way we can be effective, right? So, thank you for many years. Oh, okay.
Madam Clerk, you now have
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. The Sharing Tree was another year of overwhelming success. 2 weeks ago, when I reported that there were 57 tags available for 19 children in this community, those tags were gone in 1 week. And all of those gifts have now come back, wrapped, and been delivered to the counselor at Boston Valley. So those kiddos will have a great Christmas, thanks to the residents in this community and this community. The Connect Play Blood Drive, the next one will be Tuesday, January 6th. They will be in the community room from 2 to 7. I wonder, Bart, I know Rich had gotten up tonight thanking those of us that have something to do with this blood drive. There's a lot of things that we do as elected or appointed or volunteers that we just do for this community. So this is not anything to do with what is part of my job. We do these things because we love this town. And Barbara is one of the most wonderful, driving, lifelong residents of this town. So for her and this Connect Life to reach over 1,000, to help save the lives of over 1,000 local patients, is unbelievable for this little town of Boston. So, also, Councilman Cardicchini and Councilman Lukacek, you both have been approachable, respectful to the residents, and your fellow elected and appointed in this town. It has been an absolute pleasure working with both of you. You are dedicated to your council position and your liaison positions that you both have served. Thank you for your 8 years of service, and even though both of you are no longer council members, you are residents and a driving force in this community, so I know that you will, obviously all the things that both of you still do, you will be active in this community, so thank you both. Thank you. Appreciate working with a town board that gets along as well as all of you have. Getting along doesn't mean that they agree all the time, most certainly not, but they have been very respectful of each other. So thank you for being 2 of the 5 board members that have contributed to this. That's all I have.
Thank you very much. All right, before I turn everything over to Councilman Cardicchini, because he did respectfully ask to close out the meeting tonight, I just have a couple things for the board report. So Mr. McGill, following up your comments, I will work with the town attorney. I know you came in before to your exact point. I'll pass that information on to the municipal council, and we will follow up with you in the future for sure. So just want to respond back on that. Also for, just got my notes here. Mr. Hawkins, rezoning the lots over on Aspen, and we have a lot of folks in here tonight. So if you haven't heard, Mr. Hawkins brought up the question about a request for potential rezoning on Aspen and Oak. There's a potential proposed development, nothing officially here in front of the planning board or the code enforcement office, but there's going to be a potential subdivision maybe in the near future. Mr. Hawkins had a petition filed three meetings ago now, if I remember me correctly. And that it has been passed along to the town planner and will be formally referred with the new town board to the planning board for their review. And because the planning board in this town is an advisory board, they're not an official board that makes the final say, if you will. That is a function of the town board, that's where our town code is written. So we will be making a formal formal referral to the planning board. We have spoken with the planning board chair, they didn't have a meeting, if you recall, because he had a vacation. That request will be sent back for advisory opinion, and then the town board will make a determination from there. So we will be absolutely responding back to that. So, okay, I think I've got everything. Holiday lighting, again, we have a pretty big audience tonight. So what Mr. Jackson was referring to is that NYSEG has changed. We had all the holiday lights that you currently see at the poles, we had some poles that had deficiencies in the electrical infrastructure. NYSEG came back to the town and now is requiring the town for each and every fixture that you see at the pole, and some that you don't even see at the pole because the fixtures have sadly failed, they're being required to have what's called a fuse disconnect. All this information will be part of the bid specs, but the town has been working with a municipal engineer to create this fuse disconnect in the infrastructure for all the poles that have holiday lights, and even the ones that don't have holiday lights, but they used to. You'll see more information as part of the board packets. If you need any information, you're always welcome to submit a FOIL request. Be happy to turn that over to you. It's your money. But Mr. Jackson's comments on the fundraising activity. Right now, the town has been advised by the engineer, we're looking at approximately about $1,000 per pole. Again, world of government, if this is our homes, we talk about a different price schedule, but the minute you go into competitive bidding, you have to pay prevailing wage, there's a whole bunch of factors that government pays more. So anyway, that's the price tag. Mr. Jackson has been beyond involved on this. I certainly give him a lot of kudos for his time, and Councilman Carter-Keeney also has spent some time on this. And Mr. Jackson has set up a GoFundMe, which is why you saw that. And also I will answer, just as Mr. Jackson did, that there were a few comments on Facebook made that, well, why don't my taxes pay for this? Well, they do, but to credit to Jay Jackson, he's trying to offset that he was a taxpayer in the form of donations. A town board cannot legally ask or solicit donations. That's forbidden in Article 8 of the New York State Constitution, because it's your taxpayer money. It considers it double taxation if the town board goes out and says, hey, we're gonna levy a tax, here's our town board, town board budget, but then however many weeks, months later, we say, hey, we wanna ask for a donation. Forbidden. The town board cannot do that. So Jay is spearheaded that initiative. The town did, I do have an update for you, Jay, is that the town did receive a check already, just actually this week. So we do have a first donation on that, so the word is getting out there. But again, your town taxes will be paying for the remainder of this project. It does have to legally go out to bid. The sealed bid document, the engineer will open up or provide a formal letter. The town board will be approving the resolution to approve the work to be done. And yes, that will be a budgeted expense, or actually it has to be a budget amendment because we don't know the dollar amount, so it's not even in the 2026 budget. Anyway, that's a long explanation, but you'll see more on this. But I will give Jay Jackson and Councilman Carter-Keeney a lot of kudos on that. We put a lot of time into this and worked with the engineer, worked with NYSEG and all. So we will keep those holiday lights going for the community. I did want to provide a brief update on the e-bikes, please. I mean, I know the snow's finally here, but if your child has an e-bike, we've been doing some research based off of Deputy Miller's recommendation or ask to look into a local code or regulations. New York state law prohibits any kind of e-bike, e-scooter on any road that is posted over 30 miles an hour. You cannot operate them on the road. Also, if you had an e-scooter, you cannot operate an e-scooter, and they go fast in today's world. I don't know if you've gone on, whether it's Amazon or anywhere else, but you can pick up an e-scooter, or even at Best Buy, you can go buy an e-scooter that does 40 and 50 miles an hour. Can't make it up. So an e-scooter cannot exceed 20 miles per hour. If your friends in the blue will certainly issue a notice of violation for that. So there's a lot that we have started to take some information in, more to come on that, but we did want to provide an update that is also in the works. In closing, definitely want to thank Councilman Carter-Keeney, Councilwoman Lukacek. You definitely provided a lot of years of service to the town. Again, I'm echoing a lot of what everybody said. We kind of being almost the last person tonight. But really, we haven't agreed on everything, but that's what makes us a good board. We don't have to agree on everything, and that's the kind of dialogue that makes it good. We got through 8 years. We represent all of you. Councilwoman Lukacek absolutely said it perfectly. Many in this audience know I don't care what the letter's at the end of your name. You call my office, you call my staff, we're helping you. And that's something that we've always done. We've always tried to do the best, and the folks that are here to support Councilwoman Lukacek and Councilman Cartagena tonight show the support and the care and the community that all comes together. And we've got a congressional representative, a representative from the congressional offices in the audience tonight, our friend Phil. It's great, it's been great to work with you guys. Please stay in touch. Yeah, we've got to, yes, there's a professional element, but there's also that friendship as well that gets built during this time. So thank you both for all your time. Without further ado, Merry Christmas to everyone. Please travel safe out there. Our next board meeting is on January 7th. That's our big meeting. I always call it the marathon meeting. It's about an hour and a half. So new board members, get ready, grab a cup of coffee. But that's our big formal meeting of the beginning of the year. So I will let Councilman Cartagena open up the meeting. It's all yours, sir.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. Normally I, speak off the cuff, but I did prepare a statement I'd like to read, so I didn't forget anything. But I would like to thank you for honoring my request to close the meeting. I've never used this office as a political platform. You'll be relieved that I will not change that record tonight. I'd rather just share some honest thoughts and perspectives. First and foremost, it's been a tremendous honor to represent the people of this town, our town. Your faith in me has been humbling. I've tried very hard to earn your respect and make you all proud, especially when we've disagreed on things. I'm not sure how many people really know why I got into this. I wanted to change the discourse of the town board, how they treated each other, the townspeople, and the first responders. And I too served on the planning board with Jen. That's where we met. Today, we have a very functional and respectful town board. That's not to say that we agree on everything. We don't. Supervisor Keating might agree with me on that. I know we've battled on some things, but we do it in the place that you're supposed to do it, downstairs. We don't do it up here. This is where the business gets conducted, the debates happen, and the conversations happen at the agenda review. When I was elected, my mom and dad gave me a book. I've carried this book with me to every meeting for 8 years. It's The Rules of Civility and Decent Behavior in Company and Conversation by George Washington. I would encourage people to read it. Improving civility at any level, federal, state, local, it starts with each of us. For me, this has all been about public service, being present for people, listening, taking action when possible, and a goal I set early on, and one I've shared with a few people. If I can retain the relationships I build while in this office, I can confidently say that I did a good job. It's very strange to be a public figure. You lose your anonymity. And no matter where I'm at, in business, at home, on a river, or in public office, I only adjust my language for the audience. My values remain the same. I wish the newly elected members of this town board well. Stay true to yourselves and always put the town's interests above your own. You will be held to the standard this board has set. This is a position of public service. You now represent every person in this town, not only the people who voted for you. Take that to heart, and I'm confident you will do well. With that said, I have some people to thank. First, my fellow board members. It's been an honor to work with you all. We've tackled some tough things over the years, and through it all, it was constant of civility and mutual respect. To the volunteers on the Planning Board, Zoning Board, and Conservation Advisory Council, thank you for the service to the town. Most people don't know that it's a thankless job without pay. Know that your work is appreciated and valued, and I'd like to see some of the fine people on these boards move towards running for office in the future. You've already demonstrated your dedication to our community. To all the town employees, you make the town run. Each of you has value and plays an important role of making this town what it is. From grooming our parks to plowing the roads, helping people with building permits or traffic tickets, people know that Boston really cares. Thank you especially to those who have helped an analog guy living in a digital world. You really make the difference. To the townspeople, thank you again for having faith in me to represent you for 2 terms over 8 years. This office takes you places you might not ever go and introduces you to people you might not ever meet. Again, it's been a real honor to represent your interests and get to know so many of you. To the first responders in our community, I've stood in awe of your service since moving here over 20 years ago. Working closely with you and your fire companies has been such a big part of this journey for me. From the Boston Cold and Fire Chief Council meetings, to the fundraisers, to the installation dinners, I truly appreciate, love, and respect you all. Thank you for giving me a chance as your liaison. And finally, to my wife, Angela, and kids, Allison and Ryan. This position has occupied a big part of my time. I've done my best to balance all of it as best I could. Thank you for understanding and encouraging me. I love you all. For anyone interested, some of us will be going to the Boston Hotel after this meeting for a drink. Feel free to join us. I'd originally planned to pick up the tab at the end of the night, but as an elected official, I am unable to do so, so it will be Dutch treat. And with that, I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year, and make a motion to close the last meeting of 2025. Bye for now.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Curtis,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Can you pick up the bill?
Yes.
motion carries.